Here's a gift for the baby that you're not expecting. A glitch by retail giant Amazon left customers very confused yesterday. And speaking of, special counsel Robert Mueller's team is reaching back more than a decade in its investigation of Paul Manafort. FBI agents entered with guns drawn and insisted on searching Kathleen Manafort for weapons. That's a standard part of FBI searches, but it's something sources say that was a jarring event for the Manaforts. Emily looking like a handful of sunshine this morning. Daniel has on his sunshine tie. I think a trend is signifying some sunshine in our forecast.
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin spice. I didn't do that right. Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Seems like the flavor everyone except Rick loves this time of year. From latte to cereal to pies, donuts, and much more. Turns out it's one of those things that the more you have, the more you crave. An assistant professor of psychology says the taste and smell trigger a nostalgic emotional response in the brain, and combine it with sugar, it's kind of addictive. Actually, most pumpkin spice flavors don't have any pumpkin in them. They're mixtures of other spices. We've all been fooled. Well, friends and family of Heather Harrod are waking up this morning after an emotional night at Rutland High School. They gathered for a memorial around Harrod's parking spot Wednesday night. She died in a car accident Tuesday. I mean, this is just real-time live TV, and it's happening. It's affecting us as well. You know, we are Facebook Live right now, so you can see the broadcast on Rick Devins' Facebook page. But this is what's happening. So if you guys are also without power, remember to stay calm. This is what we prepared for. This is why we bought the water. This is why we bought the flashlights. And we know Floridians are tough as nails, and you guys, you know, tropical storms, you think, oh, a little rain. But you want to stress also, this is not the time to go back home. Can you talk to us about any power outages or anything that you guys are experiencing to that nature this morning? Tavares, you are reporting on the many people coming this way from South Florida. You also have a personal connection as you have family in South Florida. What's happening with them? And we know many Middle Georgia families had to spend a second night out of their homes because of damage caused by Irma.
Yeah.
You definitely need to be careful out here this morning. I found that out firsthand. This heavy, wet snow is going to be detrimental as it's on the roads. Now, I saw crews coming through and trying to clean up, but it's coming down really fast. The thing that I notice is as you look at the trees, it's not quite sticking to the trees. So I don't know if that means that it's not going to stick around or not, but it's not sticking to the trees. It's sticking to the ground, no doubt. If you look down here, look at this. I can compact a snowball and it's already almost solid. So you definitely want to make sure to be careful. We can't quite show you the road because the snow is coming in our direction and this wind is really heavy. But this is about the spot where I spun and my car just spun into 41. So you want to make sure to be careful out here this morning. I'm in Dublin because I couldn't miss this party. I'm joined by Alexis and Troy from the Dublin St. Patty's Day Festival. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Alexis, you've ditched your hat. I don't know where it went, but we'll find that a little bit later. The luck of the Irish is on your side today and always in Dublin. What's happening? I've got my hat. Alexis, please don't make me look crazy. Get your hat. Come on. I'm going to look for that leprechaun because I got to find my pot of gold. Rick, there we go.
We've got a WGXA exclusive for you tonight. You don't want your social security number or banking information to fall into the hands of strangers, but what about your phone numbers?
New at 10, WGXA's Ashley Kirklen reports we are a lot less careful in concealing those 10 digits, but the access it provides to personal information could put you at risk.
When it comes to identity theft, Kelvin Collins, president of the Better Business Bureau, says unfortunately there are many ways to get your information.
Believe it or not, your phone number is personal information because with your phone number, you're tracked a lot of times.
Thieves can erase your entire life through your banking information, social security number, and even by using your phone number.
I never give it out on social media, and in person I only give it out to people I know.
It just depends. Like if I go to a restaurant or something for like promo, coupons, things like that, it's not a big deal. But a random person, nah, I probably wouldn't give them my number.
Most of the time, businesses use your phone number for statistics on your shopping history, your loyalty ID card, or even to track you down if there's a recall on a product you purchase.
However, that information, if hacked by someone, could be used to figure out what kind of medications you've been buying, because a lot of times that's part of your loyalty cards. It can be used to figure out your name, your address, and eventually your social security numbers.
Your phone number is a part of a package leading to your total identity, like the domino which causes everything else to fall and be compromised.
Nowadays, it's simple to place your phone number on a do not call list for telemarketers. Also, request a Google number for public use, or just tell store clerks no when they ask for your number.
You can add yourself to the national do not call list. However, every time that you do business with certain companies, you're agreeing to allow them to use your personal information. So really the only way that you can completely stop anyone from using your personal information and tracking you is to read every privacy policy that comes up on the screen or that you get in the mail, and then opt out from every one of them.
The Better Business Bureau says today, with everything being done online, identity theft is bound to happen. But if it does happen to you, it's a matter of how bad the damage is when it occurs.
Well, I know that, that it's definitely bound to happen.
Probably be a little bit more cautious giving out information like that, little bitty information, even though it's a cell phone number, so just being more cautious, yeah.
Ashley Kirklen, WGXA News.
Well, you've heard the saying, a mother's job is never finished. Well, we sent WGXA's Ashley Kirklen to test the waters of being a full-time stay-at-home mom. She found out not only is it a full-time 24/7 job, but the employees are pretty demanding.
Are you ready for me to be your mom today?
I started the day as a surrogate mom for the Cannon family. My children for the day, 6-year-old Jaden, 5-year-old Easton, 3-year-old Andy, and 1-year-old Harlan. We began our day at noon picking little Jaden up from baseball camp at Mercer. I quickly learned there's no such thing as a quick trip anywhere.
If y'all weren't here to sit with the kids in the car, I would have to get all the kids out, all 3 kids, and go get Jaden from camp, and then bring them all back and buckle them back in car seats. So it takes 20 minutes extra to do anything when you have to do car seats and buckle and unbuckle.
After picking up Jaden, it was my turn to unload the crew at the house, and that presented some obstacles.
I got David.
What's David?
Hey, wait for me to get Andy.
Oh boy, I'm stuck.
Upstairs.
Help. Okay.
And she locks the door.
Did you lock the door?
She can undo the top part, but she can't undo the bottom part.
Okay. Let's get you out of here. All right. These things should come with a manual or something. All right, let's.
Then the chores began. First up, making lunches while doing laundry and loading the dishwasher and homework. Did I mention most of this is done with an entire baby on my hip? Andy and I indulged in a little girl time. Now was the most exciting part of the day, winding down for nap time, but not before taking care of a dirty job from the family's tiniest tot.
After a long, hard day's work, I think I'll hang out right here. Yeah.
After my experience, I decided to add up the average salary of a stay-at-home mom for even just the 9 to 5. Uber services to and from baseball camp is $15. Laundry services would be $30 a day. Cooking, that'll cost you $50 a day for a professional chef. A tutor can range from $10 to $30 per session, bringing the average stay-at-home mom's salary to around $115 a day. And remember, that's only considering a 9 to 5 schedule.
So when do you eat?
I either eat their leftovers or I'll eat when they go down for a nap.
A mother's job is never done. Ashley Kirklen at WGXA News.
Oh boy. All right, I'm tired. Okay.
Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday morning, Thursday, July 7th. And my title is Keeping You in the Know, and in the spirit of just honesty and putting it all out there. You guys know that the power went out last night in parts of downtown Macon and other parts of middle Georgia because of the severe storms. So I want you guys to know that we are not ignoring some of the biggest stories happening today, locally or nationally. We're just having some technical difficulties, and we're just thankful that we have a show on this morning. Our producer is working really hard behind the scenes to get videos dropped and to put things in place. Rick Devins is also, he's here. He's not, for everybody that's worried, he's here. He is not gone. He just is working behind the scenes, putting stories in. So I'm going to be the face of this ship. Hopefully it's not a sinking ship this morning, but I'm just going to go ahead and read the news of the day this morning. So that's what we're doing. You can still tune in to us, though. We still want to have everybody on ABC 16. Steven is over there, if you can see. He's getting prepared for weather. Don't hide from us, Steven. He's there getting prepared for weather. Obviously, there's a lot of weather to talk about. Steven, what should people look out for?
Well, we've had a lot of storms the last few days. And good news about the next couple of days, so storm chances going down. But we're really going to have to worry about the heat. We're talking about the third weekend in a row where we can hit that 100-degree mark.
Okay, and so the storms last night, what areas did those storms affect the most?
The hardest hit area was Macon County. So a lot of trees down, a lot of power outages, but there was a lot of not spontaneous, but a lot of areas where there was trees down across a lot of middle Georgia that strong line storms pushed through, but it does look like Macon County got hit the hardest.
Okay. Thank you, Steven. And as I said, you can tune in. He's about to do his full weather right now. Tune in to ABC 16. We are working so hard to get this show on for you guys, and for Fox 24. We'll be there. We plan to have everything regularly scheduled, hopefully. You know, you just cannot, two things you can't control sometimes, and that is the weather, obviously, and you cannot control technology all the time, and that's what's happening with us. We've got the perfect storm, so to speak, of bad weather last night, power outages, and so that's where we are. We're working for you this morning, getting those stories to you. Definitely, we know what's going on nationally. We know what's going on locally. Just stick with us. Stick with us on our Facebook page, WGXA. Stick with us on our Twitter, WGXA. My Twitter, Ashley Kirklen, Kirklen. Also on WGXA.tv, and we'll get you guys all the news you need to know while you're heading out the door. Bye.